Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, I just hope to bring you guys a good hearty laugh, okay? I actually got this linked to me on Twitter, and this is the worst Battlefield article I think I've ever read. Now, unfortunately, there have actually been 3 or 4 different terrible Battlefield articles from various game outlets, such as, Game Rant and PC Gamer and all that sort of thing. But this one might actually take the cake as the worst Battlefield article I can remember in recent memory. So grab a good snack and get ready to have some laughs in this video. If you enjoy the content, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and be sure to come by the streams as I stream every single day. First link in the description. Now, those of you that are aware of the Battlefield franchise and how it's been going recently should know that it's pretty much careened off a cliff. And I'd be willing to bet that a lot of you simply just want the next Battlefield game to take a fairly risk-free approach and deliver just a solid product that is reminiscent of the great Battlefield games of old, such as Battlefield 3 and 4. There are many things in common with the Battlefield games of old, but the most important thing to really pay attention to is the amount of content between old Battlefield games and new Battlefield games. The new Battlefield games, like Battlefield 5 and 2042, are live service games, and they release with absolutely abysmal amounts of content, including maps, vehicles, weapons, gadgets, all the things that Battlefield players know and love to use. That is why I find the title of this article to be so hilarious. The title is, Battlefield 6 should take a less is more approach with guns. And yes, he does actually mean less weapons. Like, he's asking for less content. His reasoning for this is if you have less weapons, they can apply more focus to how these weapons feel, and they can balance them in a more effective way. And apparently he thinks this will reduce the player base's complaining. Now you may ask, well, how many weapons is he asking for? Well, the magic number, according to this person that wrote the article, is 15. Yes, you heard me correctly. Apparently, this guy thinks a Battlefield game should have 15 weapons available across 4 classes on release. And again, his reasoning for this is as follows, quote, "While it could seem like a shockingly small amount of weapons for players to choose from, this is where DICE could focus on balancing the weapons to the best of its abilities, while also playing on unique attributes to keep guns from feeling like clones of one another. If it can do that, players will have fewer qualms about the smaller arsenal, given that each gun will feel great to play with." End quote. Now, allow me to point out that people played Battlefield 3 and 4, right? And Battlefield 4, I believe, has over 100 weapons, and all of those guns really feel extremely differently, especially Battlefield 3's weapons. How is it that both Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 released with significantly more than 15 weapons, and they still felt fairly unique between weapon to weapon? So this whole notion that they somehow need to reduce the amount of content they give us in order to make it feel special is just complete and utter BS. And if you aren't already laughing, get ready for the next section of this article where he has this genius idea where having a smaller number of starting weapons means that the developers can give us more weapons and content drops, therefore making them feel more special. So he's essentially saying the developers holding back content to give us later is a good idea. As a whole, this entire article is just extremely confusing because in the next paragraph, he complains, I think, about Battlefield 4's 107 available weapons. He calls it astonishing that Battlefield 4 has 107 different firearms you can choose from. Like, what's the problem, bro? What's the I don't understand. Oh my god, 107 cool weapons I can choose from? No way! Like, seriously, I don't understand how these articles even get published. Like, how does someone sit down and actually write this? It's very confusing to me. But don't worry, we have more slop to sift through in this video. The next paragraph's title reads as follows, quote, "DICE is already moving the next Battlefield in a less is more direction, and his reasoning for this is because the next Battlefield is confirmed to be 64 players instead of 128 players, which was a massive catastrophe. In his mind, this means that they should also move towards having less weapons available for the players." Like, what an amazing statement. Seriously. And he caps off this article by stating the next Battlefield has a very long way to go to, win back everyone. And he says, a smaller weapon count may be a sticking point for a new game, but it could benefit the next game in the long run compared to the current title. Like, no, it won't. It'll just catch flack at the release, and people will never play it again. This dude clearly doesn't have any idea of the position the Battlefield franchise is in currently. Could you imagine hearing, after all this time, after dealing with the worst Battlefield releases back to back, that the next Battlefield game has 15 weapons on launch? People aren't even going to watch the game, let alone go out and buy it. Look at it this way, right? Imagine DICE takes the feedback that, people hated 2042's maps, so we're gonna give you less maps in order so we can make the maps that we do put in the game better. Then the next Battlefield game releases with like 4 maps on launch. Oh my god. I seriously, for the life of me, cannot understand how game journalists have jobs sometimes. I really don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. And to make matters of this article even funnier, if you scroll down, and I'll link the article down below. If you scroll down and you sort through the comments, people are just absolutely roasting this guy. It's fucking hilarious. Like, this guy's like, this game needs more weapons, not less, chap. This has been one of the biggest gripes with 2042. Battlefield 6 should just be Battlefield 4. More new maps, more new guns, and no specialists. Like, he's just getting roasted in the comments of his own article. And honestly, guys, maybe I should start up a Twitter or like a Reddit and write my own articles surrounding Battlefield. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm a little tired of people that clearly don't play Battlefield at all and are not aware of anything surrounding the franchise writing these stupid slop articles. But then again, I do kind of like it because I can make videos like this and you guys all laugh and it's pretty funny. So that's pretty much it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely let me know your thoughts on this particular subject. I understand what he's trying to say, right? Ultimately, he just wants like well-balanced weapon design. He wants guns to feel good. I get it, but you do not have to reduce the content in order to achieve that. All you have to do is you have to have good gunplay and competent people working on balancing the weapons that understand damage ranges, understand recoil, understand, BTK, doing damage on limbs and chest and headshot multipliers and all that sort of complicated stuff. But if it's your job and that's what you do, you should be able to understand that, okay? That's what you're getting paid to do. Balance and make these weapons. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. If you enjoy the content, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to swing by the streams. I stream every single day on twitch.tv/enders. First link in the description. And join the Discord. That link is also down there as well. I'll see you guys later.